Hello and welcome back to the Folsom Street Foundry. Here is Come On and Band, episode number 57. We are doing the pre-show, bringing it from the Foundry live directly to you, the people. That felt good, man.
That did feel good.
That was
nice.
You know,
R.I.P. Mr. Iwata-san right
shout
there.
outs, major. And I'm joined today with two very special guests to talk about hosting tournaments. So I'm joined with...
Hello, I am SRS BigMama. Others may know me as Ian O'Connor. I'm the community organizer and tournament organizer for Santa Rosa, which is all the way up in that Northland. And then I play Jigglypuff and occasionally Dark Pit.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, and this is DMG Shingo, part of Damage. We are also known, or I'm also known as Shingo. I am the representative of Vallejo Smash community. Of the 707 area. Most of us is pretty much steady growing, but you know, it's very humble beginnings.
Yeah. So I asked you two to come on today because we're going to be talking a lot about, you know, the experience you guys have had running tournaments. You both run a bunch of local events for your areas.
Yeah.
I know you had a big event this last weekend.
Yeah, we did Smash at the Wine Country Comic-Con.
Yes.
That was an experience, man.
Please tell the people at home how that went.
So actually, that was really cool. My dear friend and right-hand man, Mr. Hoppa, actually handled a lot of that tournament himself. I was out of town for the event itself.
He did a good job.
And he did a great job. Shingo here helped out quite a bit as well.
I did a little bit of the play-by-play over there too.
He held down the mic for us.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, preparation-wise, that was a hell of an event.
Yeah.
So we got into it with about 5 weeks to go before the event, and it was the first time that the event was being run on either side. So it was our first time doing a tournament there, and it was their first time running the event. And so like everything was just being figured out on the fly.
Please note that was their first wine country. They're at that event or at that location.
Yeah.
So
everything was kind of being figured out on the fly, and it was one of those things where it's just like you have to stay calm and just adapt as you go. It's a lot like playing Smash, man. You go in with a game plan, but sometimes it's not going to go like that.
If you don't adapt, man,
you also got to have an iron fist because those people, they're young. They're not going to listen to just some random person being quiet. No, they got to put their foot down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, they're just going to run all over you like Sonic. Back in like pre-patch.
Oh man,
yeah, we spin dash a lot in Santa Rosa at our tournaments.
I know it's that hardcore out there.
Oh yeah, dude.
They go hard. They go hard.
Way to hold it down out there.
Oh yeah.
So tell us a bit about the Wine Country event first to start. The winner, the Comic-Con. It was Comic-Con, right?
Yeah, it was a Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And so they brought in like a bunch of voice actors. I know Christina V was there, who's done Sailor Mars. They had a bunch of people who had worked on Power Rangers. Yeah, Vic was there. He did,
Mr. Edward Elric himself.
Edward Elric himself. And then we had Stanley's daughter was there doing a whole bunch of Marvel stuff. So that was really cool. And so, like, 5 weeks back, we got a message that said, hey, I heard you guys do Smash tournaments. Do you think you guys would want to be at our event? And we're like, yeah. Do you have anything to show us, like, from last time? And he's like, no. We're like, nothing? And he's like, no, we haven't run it before. And so it was just...
throwing you right into the fire.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, we found out the day before that there was not going to be internet at the event. And we're like, okay, so we'll just record everything locally and then rebroadcast later. Like, it was just little hurdles, but everything went the best that it could.
You know, that's just another day in the life for me when I run my
Yeah,
tournaments.
right?
Yeah, I already told you this. I explained this a lot. Our tournament scene, like, we do not have any internet over there. Yeah. Like, they say they have Wi-Fi, but that Wi-Fi connection is butt cheeks.
It's booty.
It is really booty. Like, you can see it. It's got the tint and everything. It's shiny.
It's 2016, man. Who doesn't have internet?
They don't step it up hard enough. They gotta get better. Google Fiber.
Yeah.
And so before the Comic-Con event, you also have hosted a bunch of events.
Yeah, we've done over 50 tournaments now.
Called Big Mama's House.
Big Mama's Little House, yeah. That is unfortunately how my tag came to be. I promise I had a different tag to begin with.
What was your original tag?
Oh, yeah? Are we going there?
Are we going to the backstory?
Oh, the backstory. Okay. So I come from a StarCraft background.
Okay.
We're 30 second.
Okay.
I come from a StarCraft background, so I used to be the captain of our college team. So they were the Bears. So I was Ursa Major, a constellation with a bear, StarCraft. It all went great.
Cute.
And that name is way too long for Smash.
Yeah,
it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And so people would see me at events and be like, who are you? And I'm like, Ursa Major. And they're like, no, you're Big Mama. And I'm like, yeah, okay.
What if you combine the two? You're Mama Bear.
Mama, see, that works.
Ooh.
But yeah, we've hosted, let's see, 48 Big Mama's Little Houses. as well as a bunch of little side tournaments. So it started out as just 9 people in my kitchen, and now we have a setup that doesn't quite rival what we have here at the Foundry, but it's pretty close. It's pretty close. We got these nice headsets. We got our mixer. We got
a
nice
stream going.
We do have a beautiful stream.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I've been on it once or twice.
You have been on it. You held it down while the ice cream man came. Yeah. I had immense respect for you.
I'll be happy to have you in our graces when you start to put your setup over at Smash Boba and Teas. That's going to be held on Saturday in Vallejo at our very own Quickly's Cafe.
Exactly what I wanted to ask you about. So you just started hosting Smash Boba and Tea very recently, right?
Yes. Now, the climb for that was pretty hard, as in Vallejo, we do have a couple of smashers that are really up and coming. Shout-outs to VSC's very own Rude.
Rude, that guy is good.
That guy is a good talent, one of the young talents that Vallejo's got to offer. They started looking for a scene, and I was trying to build one up. And Quickly's just recently had their venue or got their cafe up and running. Excellent. And they said they were down to have like gaming tournament events held at their venue. So the important part of like running these tournaments is, or trying to find a venue, is being open to negotiation and being a very talkative person. You want to like sell yourself to the people, and seeing that you have like a good following or good incentive for them to invest, you know, to let them have you, the venue itself be borrowed by you, right?
Now, may I ask, how did you first get into contact with the people at Quickly?
Okay, so the funny thing was, it started with a my very favorite large size of Oreo Snow.
As every great story starts.
Oreo Snow Boba, right? Ordered that, and then Jody happened to be the one that was ringing me up, and she's the manager there.
Yeah.
So shout outs to Jody. But basically, I asked her, I got a proposition to make. If you're down to listen, because it's slow. It was slow. It was a lucky slow day. So we sat up, pulled up a chair. Like, I just described myself, like who I was and what I represented for Vallejo Smash community. Told her that like I do commentary from now and then for like some big streaming channels going on over the week, right?
Yeah.
So she was interested in what I had to offer. I told her like I had a proposition to make. Let's have a 48-man tournament held at your venue. And we were discussing about how entry fees and tournament fees would work into the mix. And she was thinking about the manager, her boss was like, I like this idea. Let's run it. But instead of the entrance fee, how about we make it every participant has to purchase a drink, or at least something from their cafe in order to participate or have an entrance fee for the venue.
Hey, man, you got me into Quickly. I'm getting something already. Smash on top. Let's go.
Yeah, dude, that champagne grape snow. Ooh. Oh, dude, every time.
So
I've been
classy.
to 3 bobas.
It is just right, man. Those bobas sing.
Oh, it's so good.
Those bobas sing.
And
so,
of course, the Mr. Wine Country over here with that champagne version. So.
Well, hey, I got sophisticated tastes out there in wine country, okay?
Hey, classy Big Mama.
Of course.
You know, we should try to petition to get like a grown man taste going over there at Boba. like some natural Chardonnay flavored boba.
We always joke that we're going to do Big Mama's Turnt House.
Oh, God.
Turnt House?
Yeah, we can't have the kids.
21 plus only.
Is this going to be after hours?
21 plus only.
You know, I don't get off work. I don't actually get back into Vallejo till like 7:30.
Oh, that's not weird how that works.
Right, and it takes about an hour to get to your place. It's going to be after hours by the time I get there.
No haystack that night, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, I don't have to turn up with
15-year-olds don't usually.
So, you have done how many Boba and Teas so far? Or Boba and Smashes so far?
This is going to be our 5th one in the series.
Very cool.
It's going to be pretty hype. We got PR players from Reno, Nevada coming down.
So Villain,
Ero. Oh, man. It's going to be hype.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be a crew battle coming on. Oh, yeah. Our old favorite Von Silvermoon's going to be coming in.
NorCal vet.
Yes,
very cool.
NorCal vet. Very popular with the boys here at Santa Rosa Smash. So, you know, pretty much a household name.
So with this tournament, so now you're in your 5th series. How did it get to be that you're able to come back every single time? How has the success played off in your part and for the business as well?
Just a lot of self-promotions. You got to sell yourself a lot. Like, you got to kiss butt all day. Like, you are gonna literally put out your name or the name of your event everywhere, like Photo Bucket, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, everywhere. You gotta promote the venue, promote like the name of the event, have your friends talk about it, have flyers in your city. Like we actually have some cool flyers out for this tournament. If you ever follow me on Instagram, we actually had a picture of Mario, in the Star KO when he face plants into the screen. Yeah. So basically we put that on a flyer and we posted it on the windows of like restaurants.
So old-fashioned promotion.
Old-fashioned promotions. People loved it, right?
Yeah.
And then they would DM me, direct message me for details. But so where do I sign up? And I got like a pre-registration because, we only cap at like 48, but we capped it up to 52 because of how popular it is this weekend.
And then when you're factoring in a boba tea for every single person that's entering into the event,
it's a great selling point for Quicklies to actually take advantage of it. So they kind of almost double or even quadruple their sales for that day.
Yeah.
Well, it's like super successful. So we got like well over 48 entrants, right? And they're going to stay there for like the majority of the day. So they're buying over and over again. Yeah. Practically, right? They love this. They're going to keep selling this stuff up. So, like, the manager loves that they're supporting that, and they love that we're getting a lot of hype going on. It's a lot of excitement, and then it attracts the people there as well. Yeah. So we gain more followers that way. Like, kids, the parents, they're interested in this. Like, they start talking about, when do you guys actually run this? And in terms of how we're running it, we only run it, like, once a month because we hold Street Fighter events as well. Yeah. Once a month. So taking that into consideration, like if it gains more popularity like this, we're gonna try to gun for 2 a week.
Ooh, excellent! That'd be awesome.
So it might just possibly be like a bi-weekly of sorts.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. So I think that's very important to bring up when you're discussing about this, how much foot traffic you're bringing into a business and everything, and how they're able to promote their product and everything. It works out very well as like a joint partnership between both you and the venue. Yeah. And I think that's what's most important is that if you were to host your own tournament, you should find a venue that you love. First of all, like you love the product, I assume.
I love Quicklies.
I love Quicklies. Repping it. So like you want to represent that product as well as have that product represent your event. So that way it's like a marriage made in heaven, basically, right?
Yeah. Well, that was great for us, too, with the Wine Country.
It was a great mix, yes.
Yeah. I mean, you have a bunch of people who love playing Smash Brothers. Yeah. Someone in there is going to love Full Metal Alchemist or Sailor Moon.
Exactly.
There are all sorts of Power Rangers
stuff. Lots of overlap, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of, just young, anime references going about. Yeah. And it attracts a lot of people, right? It works with us because, Pokemon is in Smash, so they like the idea.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was really cool because we brought in, I think we had 38 for our bracket. Sure. And so they had enough faith in us that they gave us discounted tickets for the event. Sweet. So normally to get into the event, it was like $30. Yeah. But they gave us an Eventbrite link that dropped it down to $10. Yeah. And that's that partnership that you're talking about. They have enough faith in us that we're going to bring in, 30 to 50 people that it's worth it for them to give us that discount.
And a lot of times it's like because, for Quickly it is maybe a different example in that like a lot of people like the Quickly thing and know about Quickly, so they're always coming in. But you're getting a lot of foot traffic for that event. A lot of people might not have known about the Wine Country Comic-Con, for example. So it helps with their business promotion as well as with promoting your own tournament scene as well. So besides the Wine Country Smash, I figure it was also very important to bring you on because Big Mama's Little House is definitely a different style of tourney.
Yeah, we're very grassroots.
Yeah, so you guys run it out of your house.
Out of my, I live in a duplex, so it's basically half a house.
Yeah. Yeah. So you live up in Santa Rosa.
In Santa Rosa, yeah.
They start with CRTs, man. They grow up so fast. They grow up so fast.
Well, back in the day, I used to live with GP and with Control, Beast. Sky lived with us for a little while. Zex and Sean would make their way through. So, although I never competed in Brawl, I was very much immersed in the culture. So when they announced that Wii U was coming out, I was like, none of these guys are going to host. Yeah. I'll host. That's fine. And so it was like a rekindling of that old friendship. The first time that we had our tournament, it was 9 people. And we've now had 42 for a Big Mama's. And that was insane. We ran way late.
I was there during one of the larger events. I think it was like in the upper 30s or something.
We had 36 the week you were there. Yeah.
And it's still amazing. You guys are able to pack that house and still have it be able to move around. Everybody seems pretty happy being in your venue overall.
We get 32 people on 4 setups done in 4 hours.
Yeah.
And it's just like good teamwork and a lot of people willing to get comfy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of hanging out.
Lots of hanging out, dude.
Yes,
so
man, just pace.
What I think is especially great about your scene is that you have a very diverse crowd going to your scene.
Yeah,
so you definitely have a lot of people within our age range, which is like the low to mid 20s. That kind of age range. Then you also have a younger scene show up.
Yeah, we have a pretty big high school scene if I do something on the weekend.
Yeah.
So we have the Masuda boys. We got Haystack, Lift.
Yeah.
We've got I don't know if you guys have met him, but his tag is Surreal. He's a really good Olimar player.
I don't think I've met him before.
Okay, so if this is Solimar, I put him here. He's really good.
Oh yeah.
He also plays Ryu. But yeah, we have a huge high
I
school.
like how they kind of underlined there. Plays a little bit of Ryu.
A little bit of Ryu.
What about my boy Yorkman up at the top?
Yorkman.
That boy's fucking Pikmin. Woo woo.
But yeah, we have just a huge age range that we have to cater to.
Yeah.
So I mean, we do middle of the week. We're on Wednesday nights, and it's one of those things where we have to be done by midnight, not only so I can go to work the next day, but so that we can keep those high school kids coming without the parents complaining.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things that you have to factor in when you're starting to plan your events.
And what's it like, hosting an event at your house and trying to sell it to the parents? This is a safe community for them to step into.
I always meet the parents on their first time.
Perfect.
I get the high school kids messaging me on Facebook hey, I really want to come. My parents are willing to drop me off and pick me up. Where are we going? And I'm tell them to stay for the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And so I always meet the parents. I talk to them. I'm hey, there's nothing going on that you're not going to be happy with. There's no alcohol in the house.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of guys playing Smash Brothers. This is what we love to do. And I always make it an open community for those kids to feel
Trying to
welcome.
make it as safe as to make it feel like an after-school program as best as possible.
Yeah.
Make sure no harm is going to be done to them.
Definitely.
Not physical, at least.
Yeah, we're going to body him in bracket, but that's fine. That's fine.
That emotional trauma. But I think it's very important also when discussing that in that a very large population of the Smash community, not just in NorCal, but across the country, is going to be a lot of the younger audience.
Yeah.
So I feel like one of the obligations as a TO is to establish good relations with the parents of these kids. So that way they know they're in a safe community. They're doing something that's productive-ish. They're hanging out with friends. They're not doing anything crazy or damaging to their health or anything like that. So it's very good that you guys are able to provide these safe environments to come hang out and promote friendship.
Yeah, why not, man? That's what we're here for.
Very important to make sure that none of these kids start staying on the streets.
Yeah. And so where would Fetty Stacks be without
right?
So also I wanted to know, since you guys have hosted quite a few tournaments so far, what have been some of the unexpected things that you've had to deal with in the past that you would advise other tournament hosts or prospective tournament hosts to look after?
Okay, I'm pretty familiar with this one right now.
Okay.
Right around our second Smash Bubba, there was an address of someone missing their stolen goods, right? Someone had a phone stolen. So we had to make this strictly important that we have a spot for our participants to put their belongings at in a safe place for it not to be stolen. So that's why we have a back area for them to put their stuff away, to put their belongings. Because after that, we had to address that so hard in the community that some of those people have been permanently banned. They're no longer allowed at tournaments in the 707 area. So, you just gotta make it very important that you set these ground rules before any big event. You post it ahead of time. People get the info. That way, everybody's on the same page. Nobody gets hurt, nor nobody has any complaints whatsoever.
Yeah.
Come game day.
That's definitely one of those things you can't account for, and that's definitely something that shouldn't reflect on your tournament scene at all. That's just something that happens in daily life. That's kind of unfortunate, but having that back area, like you're saying, or like a safe zone for people to put their goods, that's not only something that just happens at like a local. I've seen it at majors and stuff too, you know? Like having a secure location for people's belongings, I think is definitely something that's very important and crucial to running a successful tournament.
Yeah,
you know?
That's something that we deal with too. My bedroom is what we use for casting. Like the living room and the kitchen have all the setups and all that, and then we run all the equipment back to the bedroom.
Yeah.
And so I vet all of our casters, and then we use my bedroom as the like safe area to put all your stuff.
Yeah.
So like the worst person who's going to be in there is Haystack. And I mean, like, if it comes down to it, we can take that kid out. We can take that kid out. It's fine.
Shots.
But one of the things that we ran into, being in so much stuff happening in such a small area, is just spatial awareness. Like cords running everywhere and all this stuff. So like, if you're going to be hosting a tournament, be aware of the architecture of what you're trying to put on. Like, you know, be aware of the space that people are going to be walking through. You don't want people tripping over stream cables and knocking your stream out for 20 minutes while you try and get it back up. And it's just one of those things.
That's one important part. Is that important too? That's why I always put down that red tape.
Yep, that right.
Don't cross
red
it.
tape, man.
Yeah, don't cross it.
Floor plan. Very important, especially not every venue is kind of like, you know, what we're seeing here at the Foundry. And at the Foundry, Foundry is like a multiple 1,000-foot space area that you could walk through. But even still here, like floor plan is very important because there's so many people walking around and everything. So when you create a venue, you usually want to put, you know, your setups in an area where people can still walk through without, you know, tripping over anything, et cetera, et cetera. I think you guys
especially in this situation, it's like, you know, you got employees walking to and from the bar or over to like the kitchen.
Yeah.
Right? That's the same concept for us at Quickly's. We got like a register for customers that are lined up for to order, and then we also got ways to their kitchen. We don't want to block that. We always make it important to set up a line that blocks our participants and the guests that come in to order food. Those that are not part of the tournament, because we don't want to be in their way, and we don't want them to be in our way. So we got to have that you know, that even field where it's like there's no traffic going on.
And that goes back to speaking again about building friendly relations also
correct.
The venue itself.
And that was really nice of them. They agreed with that. I agreed with that. We shook hands, and then that was it. Yeah. We set it up solid like that, and then they appreciate what we've done to stay true to our word. You know, then that just brings up more tournaments. They keep allowing us to run more venues over there, or run more tournaments over there at their venue.
Any more advice that you could say that wasn't foreseen maybe when you started running tournaments?
So one thing that we deal with, because I do it out of my house, is I have a roommate. My roommate is an absolute saint. Like I asked him once, hey, can I have some guys over to play Smash? And now I've run 53 tournaments. Like he has just been incredibly agreeable with the whole thing. And that's kind of like my version of making good on a deal with the venue. It's just like we are always considerate of him. Like if you're going to be hosting out of your house, be aware of what you're getting into and make the people you're living with aware of what they're getting into too.
And I think you guys also noted that, you haven't noted on stream, but I remember talking to you about this before, is if you're running something out of your house, like make the people that are going to your tournament as well as the people in your neighborhood be like concerned about what's going on, so that way they understand, like, you know, like where to park, for example. That's a big one.
Parking at my house is awful.
Parking is like a big example. Noise, like walking to and from a venue also late at night, being considerate to your neighbors and everything is also utmost importance, I think. That should be discussed.
Very important.
What else was I going to say? Gosh, I just had it on the tip of my tongue. The other thing was I think that you hit on, especially earlier, Shingo, was promotion of your own tournament. So here in Northern California, we have a Facebook group, so we are very integrated with one another. We're able to promote our scene pretty well, and have pin posts. Like one of our community members, G-Shark, little G-Shark.
Shout out to Shark.
Has a little compendium that he tags at the top each week of all the different events that are going on in the area. And it's very important to, you know, if you're outside Northern California, especially to establish something like that, because that has definitely helped us with knowing, you know, what events are coming up all the time. I would say, like, establishing one member of your community to be able to run those kind of community organization management kind of things. But then also being in solid communication back and forth with that person as well as the rest of the community. And also putting on a good face for your community, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I think is another thing that is very underrated. A lot of people don't understand like what your intentions always are when running a tournament, and I think you two do a phenomenal job of showing what it is that you guys are trying to do. You're in it for the love of the game, basically.
Absolutely. And like another thing that you want to talk about, like when you're representing yourself, is representing that brand.
Yeah.
Like Big Mama's Little House, we always say it's run by Santa Rosa Smash, the SRS crew. I tell everyone who gets on that mic, you are a representation of me and my tournament.
Yeah.
So you gotta put your best foot forward. You gotta be the good face, and that's why part of the reason why I vet every caster. If there's someone on there that I'm like, I don't know, that's actually never happened. I don't put anyone on the mic that I'm like 50-50 about.
Sure.
Because you want to be sure that they are going to be the best person you can put out there. I will sit with people and do like practice casts with them to make sure that they're going to say things that are what I want on my stream.
Yeah.
And especially when you're getting started, you want that to be good. Because if you have someone on stream, you're like your first or second week, and they're just like, oh, F this game blows, whatever. Like, why are viewers going to come back? Why would people come back to your tournament if that's the attitude that you're putting forward?
Shout out to Sky for having those little practice sessions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's also very important, like you're talking about representing your brand.
Yeah.
Like, one bad apple can mess up the whole
absolutely.
bunch, you know what I'm saying? So, like, vetting people for casting is something that's very important, something that has been done here at the Foundry extensively as well. Making sure that you have the right people representing your brand, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
Also, I wanted to give a shout out while we still had time that Northern California Smash does not just stop at here at the Foundry here with you guys either. We happen to have one of the largest scenes, I feel like, in the whole nation when you think about all the amount of tournaments. So there are quite a number to check out between like Wombo Wednesday, the SJSU tournaments, SF State tournaments,
Phoenix Uprising.
Uprising in the East Bay. The Sacramento boys are always hosting new stuff.
Chico
I think they're
has Simply Smashing.
Yeah, as well as Versus just started up again
welcome back,
in San
Versus.
Jose. All the way down to Santa Cruz.
Yeah, dude.
Even. So,
really? All the way down
Yeah,
Santa
down
Cruz.
to Santa Cruz and up to Redding.
Yeah.
So, like, we have a large scene out here that has a lot of participants, and it's a lot of community organization that I think is underrated or undervalued or just not necessarily taken note of.
Yeah,
rather.
it's just taken for granted.
It's kind of taken for granted
like,
at times.
Okay, there's
so
a tournament every day. And then you sit down and realize how much work it is for those teams to have a tournament every day of the week.
I think it's also important to bring up, well, I mean, it's kind of like a small thing, but this month has every day filled with tournaments.
Yeah, there's something going on every day in the
for
month
this
of
month.
Crazy.
For
oh
this
my
month.
God. Like,
every tournament, every
what
day
other
you wake
community
up.
has that?
I think I'm going to go to this tournament tonight. Are you going? I'm going. It's stacked.
I'm going.
It's stacked. All right, we're going.
And I mean, that goes to show, like, this community is definitely started as like a grassroots kind of effort put together, but now it's become more than just a community. It's kind of like a family.
So dedicated, so much passion. You got to love the Smash community for how much like passion they put towards this game.
Yeah.
And that's why I appreciate everything you guys do for this community.
Yeah, and I think it's shown, especially when a lot of out-of-towners come into here. I remember talking to people like Dath and a few of the Japanese guys that came out here, and they were very surprised that we have so much going on all the time. And, like, not only that, but the brackets are filled, too. It's not like you're going out to a tournament out in, like, your Santa Rosa area and you're not getting anything less than, like, 32 people.
I mean, we were talking about, having the event pages and all that stuff. Like, I'm afraid to advertise because I'm already capped. Like, that's... I don't make event pages for Big Mamas. I never really advertise it. I'm just like, okay, guys, I'm hosting again this week. And people just show up, man. Like... NorCal is thirsty for tournaments.
Yeah.
If you host, someone will show.
Yeah.
Like we have such a great region for that. And that rewards the TOs too. Like, when you're like, I think I'm gonna do this, and then 50 people show up, it inspires you to keep doing it.
It puts a smile on my face when I see that many people just line up at the door. My first time running Smash Mobile T, when I saw that many people show up, it wasn't even 6 p.m. yet.
Yeah.
It wasn't 6 p.m. yet.
Dude, we were hungry for it, man.
There was about like 30 to 40 people already at the door, and like that was when we didn't even put tape down just to let people know this is a floor plan, so we can't have them block this area, right? Completely did not even hear about this yet, right? So they had to address it. I was like, I'm intimidated for a little bit. I was a little scared.
When your first tournament has so many people that you have to start laying out the floor plan ahead of time, that's how you know you have a region ready to have tournaments. Like,
that was the most thrilling I've had it. Like, but nothing beats that first time hosting a tournament.
Yeah,
man. It's so
not knowing.
Yeah, that's like the first step is always the hardest. Like it's like how I feel when I play football. It's like the first hit is the hardest hit.
Yeah.
After that, you just go full stride. Like, it's easy after that.
The other thing that I thought was really cool with all of these tournaments is that it actually really promotes the players as well.
Yeah.
And that's something that's also not really talked about is that, you know, with all of these tournaments, that's more opportunity for more people to get more experience, as well as also potentially maybe one day making a full living off of just doing Smash tournaments. Because if every region were kind of like how NorCal is, in that they're hosting so many different opportunities to go out and compete and like have the possibility of making money, this is like another way of branding yourself as a player.
Exactly.
Making yourself known within your own scene in your own community, and then branching out nationally and maybe making a career out of this.
Well, I think Chinito is a great example of that, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Excellent.
he is a man who's hungry for the grind. He's at 4 tournaments a week. But before that, he was still doing that grind, but who was hearing of him? Like, we knew him because we were at the Foundry.
Exactly.
But he wasn't making those trips over to Kin or to wherever. And then, you know, you start seeing Chinito's name pop up in Mario threads on Smash boards and things like that. And they're like, well, what changed? And it's just the opportunities that were given to him.
Just the work that he puts in, it's incredible. It's an inspiration to a lot of players.
And to be honest, we're only, a year and a couple of months into this game.
Yeah.
So there's always room for improvement. There's always room to make new attorneys, even as they are right now, as successful as both of you guys have been. Who knows what the possibility is in the future? It could be even bigger and better.
Oh, we got things in the pipeline already.
Ooh,
another 9 years of this. That's all I gotta say.
Another 9 years. So, guys, we're about 10 minutes away from the start of the show, so I figured we'd finish off with a little wrap up.
Okay.
So once again, what was the name of your tournament?
Okay, so we are Big Mama's Little House up in Santa Rosa, California.
Yeah.
I don't really put the address out there because it's my house.
Yeah.
So if
Find
you're
it in the NorCal forum.
tag me in the NorCal forums or ask about Big Mama's Little House. I'll hear about it, I promise.
Yeah, and that's the NorCal Smash 4 community. If anybody is out watching from like a different region and wants to know what's going on in our region, you plan on making a visit, go check out everything in the NorCal Smash 4 community on Facebook.
And over here in Vallejo's area, we got Smash Boba and Tea happening this Saturday at 6 p.m. till 11:30 p.m. They stay up till midnight, but they close up at around 11:30 to wrap things up there. Good community, a lot of competitive people with a lot of spirit, a lot of Santa Rosa players coming through there.
Yeah, we make the trip.
And we got Reno, Nevada players coming through, PR players, at least 5 to 8 of them coming through.
That's going to be awesome.
To bring on the hype. We got DSS coming through to the scene.
He's coming too.
And a possibility for more special guests to come through.
Boba and Smash sounds pretty stacked, man.
You should come, man.
It's a good combination.
I'm down to check it out, actually.
Nothing better than, mashing those sticks while drinking a boba.
Dude, I feel like you never work so hard for 13th place than at a boba. You're like, but I beat so many good people. And you're like, yeah, you still lost in winners round 3. Like,
you're in the gauntlet, man. That is the hugest gauntlet.
But speaking about huge gauntlets, now we're just a few minutes away from starting the show.
Yep.
We have a stacked tournament tonight.
Yeah,
man.
Dude, there's so many people.
For those of you at home that are looking forward to this event, we have a lot of people from Sacramento who are coming down.
Yeah.
Chico is in the building.
Chico's in the house.
I see all the Giga jerseys. There goes Athena in her Giga jersey. We got a couple of Santa Rosa players. I know Hitaku and Controller coming up. Right now, I think we're sitting around like 60 people, maybe a little bit more in the bracket.
Probably even larger than that, too.
Oh, yeah, Chosen L's.
Chosen
L's in the building with the 6 shades.
Renell Malari.
As well as some old school veterans that haven't been back in a while. I see one of them right here. The young Rickshaw. The young Rickshaw, the Kronos, as well as Choice. is in the
Choice
building.
is here?
Choice is going to be coming tonight. He's going to be showing off his cloud. He's got a pretty devastating cloud, actually. He participated in a tournament like a week or two ago.
He doesn't Lucario anymore?
No, he's got the cloud on deck now. He dropped that $5.99 real quick.
Why work so hard? So, I mean,
shots.
I mean, you know, he's got his future ahead of him.
Not all of us are hungry Jigglypuff mains, all right?
Yeah. People are like, why do you play Jigglypuff? And I'm like, because I hate myself.
No, nobody's aspiring Wii Fit trainers like myself.
No, right.
We got the most like obscure people
That's true.
on the couch
That's true.
right now.
You guys got a Bowser Jr. main, a Jigglypuff main, and a Wii Fit trainer main all on the couch.
You don't see this every day.
But also, one of the cool things about tonight is that Saint, SG, Saint Gaming, his name is Michael Gozel. He was a former NorCal Smash community member. He just moved up to Oregon for an excellent job opportunity, but he still supports a lot of the members down here with sponsorships and everything. He is running a little side gambit tonight. He's going to give out $25 to the top 8 placing pits that only go pit only tonight, or Palutena or Dark Pit.
Yeah.
So it has to be a Kid Icarus character,
yeah,
right?
they have to hit top 8 with a Kid Icarus character, and they have to play it all the way through.
Yeah.
They can't switch once they get to top 8.
Yeah, even in top 8.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a very interesting tournament.
It's interesting to see if we can get some top 8 Palutenas in there. You know, Trey Bonte used to be a really strong Palutena player.
Yep.
I wonder if he'll bring back the goddess. I put that up. A lot of people were gunning for it too. They were hoping. They prayed to the heavens for him to bring it back.
Yeah, I hope we see some Palutena. To be realistic, I've been talking to him, and he doesn't seem like he's too hyped on picking Palutena. I think he's just going to stick to Bayonetta and Sheik like he usually does. But, you know, who knows? Maybe we can convince him. We get some ones in the chat and show him.
If we show him all these ones, if we give him like a receipt list,
just
scrolling all the way down,
it just goes on for days.
Maybe we can get it happening.
And we see German in the building, too.
Is
the
he
young
participating tonight?
Yeah, I was talking to Germ on Tuesday, and I was trying to get him to come out and participate with his Mega Man, his link that he's got going
his
on.
Mega Man is
pretty hype.
I love playing Germ, dude.
So, guys, we got 5 minutes until the show. We're going to sign off right now.
Sounds good.
One more time, your tag.
Yeah,
or where they could reach you on Twitter.
SRS BigMama. You can find me on Twitter at SRS Big M.
Nice.
And if you just add the @ right next to my name, you'll find me.
Awesome. And I'm Andy Sorrow.
What?
At Andy_Sorrow. Also on Twitch TV/Andy_Sorrow. It's pretty universal. What?
I was there for your best Jigglypuff online stream.
Oh, man. I definitely lost Jigglypuff Dittos
on
my home stream and looked pretty
bad. You had a good start, you know.
When I was still coaching you through those matches.
Apparently, Jigglypuff beats Cloud 70-30.
70-30, man.
Okay.
It's a 7-3
we'll see about this.
Let me know when you do a Wii Fit trainer one, and I'm going to coach you 100% of the way.
Yeah, so we're going to tag out for right now. I believe DC is going to be coming on the mic in a second, and he's got some big news that he wants to drop today.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that too. Juicy.
So everybody, thank you once again.
Thank you, guys.
From Foundry to you. Thanks, guys.
Good night.
Take care.